Hey there, Snicker Snacks. Welcome back to Vorpal Tales Presents Awesome Adventures. As always, I'm your host, realizing it's Thursday, not Friday, Space Lord Pajamas. Let's introduce our intrepid heroes, Tyler, Dwayne, Tiffany, and Steve. How you doing, kids?
Yay!
Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm Elder Jekos on the internet, and I will be playing our fearless monk psychic warrior character tonight.
Cool. Dwayne.
Hi guys, I'm Dwayne. You guys can find me on the internet at Made of Kimchi. Tonight I will be playing Kethra, the Fallen Azamar, a warlock.
Cool. Tiffany, how are you?
Hi. I am at Inukime88 on Twitter. You can also find me at Pinky_Pie88 on TikTok if it doesn't get banned. And I like playing weird games. Or with these dudes around here.
And I guess that leaves me. Hi, I'm Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. And tonight I will be playing the juicy, lawful good paladin, Raylan Albright.
Why you gotta emphasize the juicy?
Because that's his most defining character feature at this point.
Because that is some moist cake.
No, it's the cake. It's not. No. You're not juicy. You got cake.
What if it has like a cream filling or like a
The custard. Yes. The delicious custard.
Dwayne wants to end this bit right now, so let's just move on with our lives.
I mean, we only did it for 20 minutes before we started. So, at the top of the show here, I just want to point out that we're still in a moment of history. Black Lives Matter. Take pride and never stop supporting the LGBTQ community. Bullying and sexual harassment are not cool, and that's putting it very lightly. And we here at Vorpal Tales have decided to examine ourselves and be sure we're being the best allies we can be and encourage others to do the same. Check out our Twitter website or simply just follow the social media tags to get involved. But that said, for those of you following along at home, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Our current awesome adventure is Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. As always, we're using Roll20 and love that we can come together online and game using this fantastic tool. Thanks, as always, to Syrinscape for filling our ear holes with sounds of epic tabletop. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com. Also, be sure to check out our other shows on this channel. Friday is now Capes of Valor with Voodoo Arcade running Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition. That guy right there waving. Wave. Do not forget that we have a new show running on Mondays as well. Mage 20th, Technocracy Reloaded. And Wednesdays on both Onyx Path Publishing stream and here at Vorpal Tales. They came from now Beneath the Grave.
Ooh.
You can also find us on what?
I was oohing.
Ooh, yeah. Everybody. Ooh.
Ooh.
You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, keyword Vorpal Tales. If you're new to the show and longtime lurker, first-time poster, don't hesitate to butt kick that like and subscribe like a hamster carrying berserker ranger. Also, check out our Patreon. It's at patreon.com/VorpalTales. We appreciate all your love and support. And with the introduction out of the way, we can get to why everyone's here. Steve, you've been handed a delicious sandwich that should you take a bite, delivers you to an alternate dimension of hellish terror. What do you do?
Hey, Sean, you want a bite of the sandwich before I take the first one?
No, I don't want your sandwich. It's your sandwich.
But it's club. You love club sandwiches, and I thought maybe you should have like the first bite since, once I eat it, you're not going to want it.
Now, see, that's only a turkey club. It doesn't have the ham, so it's not a real club. It's like a fake club with just turkey on it. In fact, they've gone so far as to actually use chicken, not turkey. So you should eat that delicious sandwich. It looks delicious, but it's yours.
Why does the sandwich suck in this scenario?
I thought it was supposed to be a delicious sandwich.
It is delicious, but I don't like... See, the chicken club is a pretender, whereas like the turkey club's like halfway there because, you usually have turkey and ham, but a real club has turkey, ham, bacon, cheese, lettuce, and tomato. That's a club.
Sometimes avocado, if you're feeling spicy.
I eat the sandwich.
I'm with you, Game Master.
I eat the sandwich in as few bites as possible.
How do you feel about frilly toothpicks?
Does this dimension that he's being transported to have so much pain that it becomes inseparable from pleasure and you can't tell the difference?
No, because that's weird.
Hmm.
I
Anyway,
have a character who disagrees with you.
Because he just showed up with like 2 bites of sandwich left. He's already moaning and it's all sexy.
wait, is that what Michigan is?
Maybe.
So, speaking of deliciously hellish delights, in our last adventure, the heroes found themselves in the moist, 10-foot corridor high basements of come dungeons of the Van Thampier Manor. Set upon immediately by spine devils, the group made short work of these devils and then quickly made their way into the surrounding tunnels. Through some deduction, they discovered that wandering patrols were walking around about the corridors with censers, trying to aerate the pungent smell of the sewer-laden dungeon with incense. The heroes waylaid a duo of these patrols, hiding the bodies and stealing the robes, which upon Kethra and midnight donned as disguises. Continue along the southern corridor, they stumbled on a jail where a bearded devil named Jared Beardsnake was quietly minding his business guarding 2 prisoners. Dwayne, no reaction? Really? I put that in there for you, and you're just like, stroke my beard.
I'm over here muted. Yes, that's why I'm stroking my beard.
Okay, cool. the foul devil was smote, and every time? Wow! And the heroes freed the prisoners. Every time I wrote I wrote they. I must have been really tired when I wrote this. That's actually on the website too. I got to fix that. One of them provided to be an informative spy from Candlekeep, Fallister Fick. The other was a noblewoman with an ill attitude towards her saviors. She was vetted and then escorted out. Meanwhile, Fallister offered to aid them in their quest, as he had knowledge of the dungeons before he was caught. He led them further along the southern corridor to the vaults. Lacking the skill other than a spell to open the door, they used it, causing an echoing thud throughout the dungeon. Everyone quickly moved inside, except for Kethra and Midnight, who used their disguises to throw off the approaching guards. I dropped my censure, was all Kethra needed to convince them that was the sound that they heard. In the vault, they found a startled Thavius Krieg, who immediately thanked his saviors to save him from the punishment of his captors. Rhea Mantelmorn felt relieved to have finally found her spiritual leader intact. Raylan Albright had his qualms about this chance meeting. Raylan questioned Thavius Krieg about his affairs in the past few weeks. It was strange that he was out of the city when Ethereal sank, apparently into the Nine Hells. Demanding that he use his clerical magic, Thavius failed to produce, as he had lost the favor of his gods. Wow, I really sucked when I wrote this. It became quickly apparent that he was the reason for Ethereal's sinking, to which Rhea had a violent reaction. With her sword against his throat, they demanded answers, but Thavius merely felled himself upon Rhea's sword. Raylan was quick to act and prevented his death. A Gibri moron at this point, inches from death, they bagged him and let Mortlock carry him out. They also came upon the shield of the Hidden Lord. Thavius' scrawlings depicted this shield as the reason for the sad state of affairs in Baldur's Gate. Thavius hoped that prolonged exposure would help sink the city into hell as well. Fallister explained that there is a main hall where the rituals are performed. Carrying the shield, Rivik hears a call to him, and it wished for him to set it free from his imprisonment. It appears that it is trapped, that it is a trapped celestial being. Rivik, with all his psychic abilities, knows that it was lying and that it was nothing more than a trapped devil of immense power. At the ritual hall, they found cultists worshipping an angelic statue of Zuriel. It was said to be a devil lord now. They murmured, speaking was
Devil Lord.
Their murmured speaking was how she led them into the man, I'm not on
Words.
Guys, it's our first Thursday. This is not the day Sean normally does this. His body's just like, no.
My brain's just like, no, show off, go home.
You are home.
All right. Fair. So yeah, the remembered speaking was how Zuriel would lead the devils into victory in the blood war. The heroes quickly got the upper hand on the cultists and noticed Lady Van Thampier trying to make her exit. She was prevented from doing so as Rivik's mentally subdued her and kept her idle. She refused to relent, and they cut off her hands so that she could no longer be any sort of danger to them. They left the dungeon and manor and turned Thavius over to the guard and Lady Van Thampier to the refugees, as they deserve their own justice. She was strung up in a makeshift wooden cage and jeered at by the refugee mob. Then Lady Portier, the niece of one of the dukes, arrives and takes charge of the Flaming Fist. She offers them aid in form of weapons and armor. Kepler finds a rusty old sword that sings as it is swished about. With the shield of the Hidden Lord now in tow, they leave the city of Baldur's Gate, and Artie, the Graven Heir, is lifted. Rayla exclaims to her refugee people that they will bring Ethereal back, along with Raylan claiming the same fate.
Yeah.
With that proclamation made, the heroes began to ride out of Baldur's Gate. As the Basilisk Gate opens, Flaming Fist soldiers hold back the tide of Ethereal Guardian refugees. You cut a path toward these wretched souls, whose wails intensify as the Basilisk Gate closes behind you. The dirt road cuts through the slums of the outer city, past the walled neighborhood of Little Calamshan, to the great span of Worm's Crossing, and unbeknownst to them, they are followed by a shadowy figure. Heroes, what do you do?
We're gonna go bury the shield Jumanji style, right?
No, you were on your way to Candlekeep, where
Oh, right.
Ballister said that he knew somebody who can actually help open the box and get you into hell, where Ethereal probably is.
Yeah, that's right. Candlekeep.
He also wants to stop at his residence there in Little Calamshan. He runs in real quick, comes out with a few weapons, and then you see him like stuffing an old book inside of his pack, and he's like, "All right, I'm ready to go."
That's not.
All right,
That
lead the
music
way.
sting. Oh, jeez. Yeah. We head south.
All right, so you guys are represented by Slobberchops here, who's also with you still.
Yay! I love him.
So, in order to reach the coastway, which will take you down to Candlekeep, you must pass through Worm's Crossing. Two great bridges meet at a tall, rocky island that rises from the middle of the. Why are these names weird? The Charthar River. Buildings and merchant stalls line the sides of both bridges, making it impossible to see the river from the narrow, congested roadway that cuts between the structures. Wooden bridges connect the two bridges to a keep situated atop the island. The flags of Baldur's Gate and the Flaming Fist wave proudly above this fortress. You're basically in like an open area just in front of Baldur's Gate. That's just this massive bridge where there's just people. Like it's a makeshift marketplace, and you guys are on horses, so you're kind of above everyone. Yeah. So, yeah, are you guys doing anything? Are you checking things out? Like, what are you doing?
You said it's like a market?
Yeah, it's like a makeshift market where people they can't get into the city, so they're just sort of setting up their stalls out here and selling things.
I would like to buy.
Mm-hmm.
How many of there are us? How many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, yeah.
7.
8. You forgot Slobberchop. There's 8 of us.
Okay, so there's 7 of us.
8 of us.
Then I would like to buy 16 peaches.
16 peaches.
Slobberchop can't eat peaches.
Yeah.
That's
He
why
has
I-
indigestion. He
that's-
needs meat products.
That's why I said 7.
Wow.
Why can't you buy something that he could eat too?
Because I'm
That's
buying
being very-
peaches.
that's
I'm
being
staying
specious
on
of you.
brand and buying peaches.
Yeah, that's specious of you. I'm disappointed in you, Steve.
It's a magic cat. I'm sure he can eat a peach.
He'll be fine.
Hey, Rivik, how many healing potions do you have in your bag?
5.
Oh, okay. I don't think we need any more then.
I mean, do we want to bump it up to 7 just to have one for the 8? Just to have.
I mean,
enough?
I've got 3.
Okay, then that puts us at 8. All right, cool.
And then there's me. I can do things.
What kind of things are they selling at these stands?
Nothing like out of the ordinary. It's all pretty mundane. Like, if you were looking for some sort of mundane item, you're probably gonna find it. Some like
Okay.
mundane, sort of cheaply made weaponry, things
Okay.
like that. Nothing of anything like.
Who's the merchant
outstanding.
that if we fast click on everybody in the square actually
Mhm.
has like an opening dialogue section and doesn't just go
Oh,
straight
right.
to inventory?
Oh
Thank you,
yeah,
Steve.
yeah. There's that guy. He just is like, hey, you want
Is
to
there
buy
a
some
named
cool stuff?
PC?
Yeah.
No, they're all just named like Rando Merchant, Merchant
Mm.
Rando, Rando
Merchant.
Merchant number 1,
The
Okay.
general goods merchant, and then
General
armor
Goods
merchant.
Armor Merchant. But like he only has leather armor, and you're just like, that's not an armor merchant. You're just a leather
You're
armor
just a
merchant.
leather.
You need to be more
You're just a
specific.
leatherer.
Right.
And
Exactly.
then
Which-
way in the
which-
corner, there's that one guy named Ted. You're like,
Ted-
oh,
Ted is there.
Ted's
Let's
got
check out
something.
But Ted's drunk and then like pukes on you, and you're just like, well, that's not any fun.
I gotta say though, if there's a guy that's just selling like leather armor, there's a much better leather niche for him to start looking into that I think's gonna make him a lot more money.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just a
Like-
thought.
just thought.
Yeah,
How long is the travel from here to Candlekeep?
5 days.
5 days.
I have 2 rations on me.
I have 3.
It's only like that far.
I mean,
We don't have a
I'm-
we don't have a
I mean, it's
cart.
not
We don't
bad.
have oxen or horses or anything
Ooh,
like that.
is there
No, you have
anyone
horses. They
selling
gave
a
you
cart?
horses.
Oh, we have.
Is there
horses.
anyone selling a cart though that we could attach the horses to?
If you wanted, you could probably buy somebody's cart, but I mean, you have like your traveling
I
packs,
thought-
and they fit nicely on the horse. So
A 5 days hike is no trouble. We should be able
Right.
to travel quite well.
it's a
Okay.
leisurely horse stroll.
Is there somebody selling rations and maybe some oats for these horses?
Oh yeah, you could easily get that, and it like you just toss them a few coins, and you're good
All right,
to go.
I will
Tossing a
subtract
coin to the
5
witcher?
from my gold pieces.
There are no witchers. That's a different RPG. So also, there's no like hexblade warlocks in the vicinity, so there's nothing.
I disapprove. Ooh, I need to buy more journals.
Yeah, you can easily buy journals.
I need like 12 of them.
So
Oh wait, 6 will be
Raylan,
fine.
as you go to
Yep.
pay for your peaches,
Yep.
Something's missing.
What's missing? If you say my plate armor, I'm gonna be very mad.
Man, if I could steal your plate armor, hell yeah. But no, so, like you have like a few coin purses because you have like multiple whatever packs of coins, and one of them's missing.
Do I notice anything with the 17 passive perception?
You don't, because you're all sort of scattered about, and this one was specifically sort of targeting Raylan. So unless Raylan like raises the alarm, you're not aware of it.
Yeah, I'll spin around, kind of look, and try and see if I can see anyone looking shady that just pickpocketed me.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
I'm very perceptive.
You are very perceptive. You're good.
Yeah.
You're gonna do good at this.
I got an 8.
You're kind of looking around, and like you're not perceptive. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Don't
Does he
forget to
say
add, don't
anything
forget to
out
add
loud?
your favors from last week.
Yeah,
Crap.
I mean, still, you're not
Where
good
did-
enough.
Where did you add that, by the way, Dwayne? So that it's always.
I went into my character sheet and
Yeah.
pull it up here if I can, because I can't see anything because I only have 2 monitors because I'm poor. Go into your little gearbox,
Yep.
and on the right hand side you can see show global save, global skill, global attack.
Yes.
I clicked all of those, and then if you go back to your core, it puts a global save modifier underneath your attributes. And I created a new one that was called favored. So at the end of every session, I change whatever the favorite is.
Where? I see global magic attack modifier.
Go to your the gear, and on the far right side under NP where it says NPC,
Okay.
queries, blah 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 blah. There's
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that now. It's a
all the
global
global
save,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, I only did it for the first 3 because I didn't think that the pluses applied to damage or AC.
They do.
Oh,
They do apply to damage,
oh, all right. I will click that then.
but they definitely would not apply to AC. Anytime anything that requires a dice roll, they would apply to.
Okay.
Oh, it is. Okay, cool. It's automatically putting bless under a global save modifier for me.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's good, especially because we have a cleric. So if you cast guidance, if you look down in your global skill modifiers, it has guidance there. So if somebody gets guidance, they just
Yeah.
check that box, and then it automatically rolls a d4 anytime you do a skill.
Cool. Thank you.
Cool. You're so smart.
But yeah, I just added a new one that says favored, and then at the end of every session, I change it for whatever I have.
All right. So I got an 8 to see this pickpocket.
Nothing. You don't see anything.
How much did I just lose?
Quite a sum.
Okay, I have about 1,100 gold.
Wait, how do you have that much? I don't have that much. Oh wait, I did donate stuff to this guy.
We'll see if you find it.
If you say something, I might be able to help you. I think I have the highest, like, perception right now. I think, other than maybe Rivik. Come on, Steve, say something.
I look to the peach vendor.
Mm-hmm.
You seem a good person, good working
Oh yes.
good working person here.
Try.
It appears as though I have been pickpocketed.
Oh yeah, that's quite common here on the bridge.
Quite common here. I can imagine very a lot of close people, close proximity, bumping into each other. As you can see, I'm a paladin of a Monitor. I tap my holy symbol. Show him the hilt of my sword. Do you see anything? Did you happen to notice anyone brush by that I should look into? I don't want to turn anyone in. I don't want to cause any trouble. I would just like my coin back. Because I assume you also don't want guards rolling through here causing
He's like,
disturbances to the...
yeah, I thought you noticed, but they went that way. And he kind of points off to your left, back towards the city.
To my left, back towards the city. Can I insight really quick just to make sure this guy's not leading me into a death trap?
Sure.
19?
He's not. He just happened to notice and thought you were going to notice.
Okay.
I'm going to take care of it. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. That way. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you bag these?
Oh my god.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. And he ties it up and he hands you a bag of peaches.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll walk off in the direction that he pointed me
Okay. Cool.
with my bag of peaches.
So you have your bag of peaches and you're walking through the stalls, sort of looking around. What do you do?
Looking for someone counting gold out of my coin purse, I guess.
What's everybody else doing while this is going on with Raylan? Are you purchasing anything specific? Are you just looking around? You just checking things out?
I'm looking for more journals to write into.
Yeah, you don't have any problem finding like scrolls and journals and things, so you have plenty. You'll probably need plenty for where you're going.
Well, I have a bag of holding, so I can, just put stuff
Sure.
in there.
Tyler, anything specific? Anything Rivik's doing?
Nope, I'm staying with the horses, and all my loot
Alright.
is in the bag of holding.
Cool. Kethra, what's Kethra doing?
So you said that there's this shadowy figure following us, but we don't know it.
You did not know it, no.
However, my background is a far traveler, which means
Okay.
I'm used to people like eyeing me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, do I get like a? There's that one person like looking at me weird kind of feeling.
Give me a perception check.
Damn.
Oh, nice. Okay. And I'll even give you the advantage one on that since it's part of your background. So back up towards the um back towards the city along the bridge, you see Rayland carrying his sack of peaches over his shoulder, sort of like looking around bewilderedly. And then you notice somebody who's not obvious, sort of like bouncing a coin purse in their hand, like trying to hide, but not trying to hide.
Okay.
Cool. Get to do anything with that?
Nope.
All right.
Oh my god.
What the hell, man? It's not Dr. Franklin. Help this guy out.
I mean, I don't know it's his I don't know it's his change purse. It's like, all right, there's this guy.
Yeah, because Raylan's not saying anything to anybody, so we don't know
Exactly.
what's going on. We
But
can't-
I'll store it in the reserve memory bank.
All right, cool. Rayland, you're walking back up towards slowly, I imagine, sort of looking about. Give me another perception check.
There's mud on my boot.
So you walk back up.
Technically, it's
You're walking
9.
along. It's 9. Okay, fair enough. And
There's a lot of mud on my boot.
Catherine, you actually see this, and like the person just sort of like gets all sullen and holds the thing out and starts walking towards Rayland. And then Rayland, somebody approaches you, a cloaked figure, and you hear this voice that just says, "You're not very good at this, are you?"
The hell was that?
And this person walks up to you, and
Oh!
they're shorter than you, and they draw back the hood, and it's Vendetta, and she's holding your coin purse in front of you.
Your girlfriend stole from you. She called you stupid.
That's true love right there.
Well,
Good thing you're cute.
well, aren't you the loveliest little thief? Too bad I have to smite you now.
Damn. Just a joke. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Really?
Because she's a
Going
tough
straight to
man. Don't mean
smite?
you gotta try to stab her. Jeez.
I obviously say that in a joking manner to her.
Liar. You salty.
Yeah, she's actually like, you're kind of salty about this, aren't you? You just,
Salty.
it's okay. It's fine. So, here's your
No,
gold back.
I'm not salty. I'm cured. If I get my
You're
coin,
cured.
if I get my coin purse back.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Yeah, thank you. Get it?
Yeah.
Cured? Yeah. I'm clever.
She just sort of shakes her head and just like, okay. Anyway, I'm coming with you.
Just like that?
Just like that.
You sure?
Yeah, you saved my life and you saved the city as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I want to be a part of that.
Well, we have a pretty good group of people here. A lot of varying capabilities. And what did Vendetta do again? She's a rogue, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we didn't.
Yeah,
We haven't
he
seen
needs
that
her.
play out, right?
You just did.
Well, other than just this.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, a lot of very capable people here, and what is it? What is it you do?
Are you really telling your girlfriend no?
You saw
She could have.
what I do.
She could have just killed you. She could have stabbed you with poison. You never would have noticed until you were dead and you were asking Midnight to help you. You suck at flirting. If this is your attempt to flirt, this is really bad, Raylan. This is really bad. Like,
Just
I
like,
know.
Maybe,
So,
but it's his scene.
that's true. My God.
so
You do you, boo boo.
Thank you.
yeah, I'm coming with you, so you don't get a say in that. I'm good at what I do, and you need my skills.
Huh. Okay. We'll have to ask the rest of the group, though. I mean, I'll vouch for you, obviously, but
Oh, okay, cool.
cool.
Let's go find him. Let's get out of here.
Hey, you want a peach?
Um, sure, thanks.
Yeah, you can have slobber chops.
Who?
Rude.
I'll tell you all about them.
Oh, okay.
Then me and Vendetta will walk together back across the bridge.
Okay. You have a nice stroll back, and everybody kind of at that point meets back up at the horses. And yeah, Raylan's found a friend, guys.
Hi, Bandana. I remember you. You were that really cool girl who was like, "Hi, I like you." And when you were talking to Raylan, it was actually really cute. There was this one time I actually wrote down a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I gave all my notes to that one guy from the Flaming Fist. I'll write them down again for you so you can read our adventures later. You'll love it. Raylan was actually really strong, and he beat the crap out of somebody with a shield. It was actually really awesome. Don't tell him I said that.
Oh yeah, cool. She kind of looks at Raylan, just sort of all like, cool.
So we're just bringing our boyfriends and girlfriends along for the road now. Is that how we're rolling?
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
All right. Well, you're not sleeping in my tent then, so I hope you got your own.
Yeah, I got my own stuff. It's cool.
Oh, she can bunk with me. It'll be really great. I can actually ask a whole bunch of questions. Just kind of wondering, what's it like having a sleepover? I've never actually done one, but I have like 6 books about it.
She kind of looks at you like, okay, yeah. Anyway, cool. Can we get going?
I'm ready. Is everybody else ready?
Are they gonna ship?
I was ready before we stopped.
Jesus, Riddick. Cool. Yeah. So, you guys move on from the bridge, and yeah, cool. So you make your way a distance away. You have your first camp night. And is anybody doing anything special? Is anybody doing anything that they need to do? Like, what's everybody doing around their camp along the roadside?
Switch focus so I can stay up all night and not need sleep.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can cast alarm as a ritual. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
What
Allow me to place
I-
that in the chat for individual people.
Cool.
And then I take a nap.
Take a nap. All right, cool.
I'm on watch for the entire night.
All right. Anybody else doing anything in particular?
Midnight goes digging through her things, eventually finds a journal with she made copies of all the notes before she handed them over. She completely forgot. And she hands 4 really thick journals, like this thick, to Vendetta, and says, "Here's some light reading about what we did." And then she goes off to her tent, and you can hear her very loudly having a one-sided conversation with Ogman.
Okay, cool. Vendetta's like, thanks. It'll keep me occupied on the road. Thanks, I think. Yeah. So, Raylan, anything special? Anything particular?
Yeah, I would like to, do the normal fighter nightly night routine. Sharpen my sword, bang out any dents in my shield, look over my armor, oil it, all that good stuff. Do my prayers to a monitor. But somewhere during the course of the night, I'd like to get up and talk with Rivik, just the 2 of us.
Okay. he's standing there or sitting there beside the fire, quietly,
So
respectfully.
yeah, it would be that scene where it's just the fire like crackling, glowing against Rivik, and I'll kind of walk up and sit down next to him. It's very late.
Mm-hmm.
So, girls. No, I'm kidding. Continue.
Wait, what did you say?
So, girls. I assume is why you're here, but I don't have to say that.
Oh, I kind of Rivik, or I'll kind of look at him and kind of look up. No, there. Why, you think there's a problem? Oh, geez, did I do something wrong? Oh, did I
You
say
haven't done
something
anything
bad?
at all.
Yeah. No, I'm like playing it cool. You know?
Oh, is that it? Understood.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, now I got a whole new set of things to worry about. No. Wanted to talk to you about something else, actually. You always seem to be able to keep a pretty focused perspective on things. I felt
I
myself
say nothing to that.
I felt myself getting more emotional at times, with rage and fury. When the smite comes out, the power of a monitor. If we're going where we think we're going, do you think this journey takes us to hell? Truly?
Yes.
I see.
I passed through there on my way to here. It's unpleasant.
Do you think we come back?
Not all of us. He's looking towards night, to midnight.
Damn!
It's a good thing she's in here.
I kind of nod my head. Yeah. I'm afraid of that. Not all of us coming back.
And you never know when we'll end up there. So you should definitely take care of any business that's necessary before we leave. And I look at his girlfriend.
Kind of just nod again, stand up, and walk back to my tent.
Okay. Cool. The night goes on without any sort of event taking place, and you guys wake up the next morning and you pack up your camp and you continue on down the road.
Kethra goes to have a word with Raylan before we set off.
Okay.
She comes up to you. You know, I don't usually glorify people. But I have to say, in the time that we've been working together, you haven't been as indecisive as you were in the past. You are blossoming into what I think a monitor would want you to be. Good job. And I pat you on the butt, and as I'm walking by, I go, "Don't worry, it'll help you." Hoping that Vendetta's watching.
Wow.
Raylan goes from being like honored and kind of awestruck at Kethra's sincerity and heartfeltness.
I was being sincere in that.
Yeah, I took that as completely sincere. And then it immediately changes to shock at the slap and confusion at the "it will help." Like, I don't understand. How could that possibly help?
She noticed.
I kind of shake it off and go back to, prepping the horse for travel.
All right, cool. Unless anybody else wants to do anything, you guys make it. Start your journey down the road.
Let's get it on.
And so, as Worm's Crossing and Baldur's Keep disappear from view, you find yourselves heading down the coastway, a dirt road that leads to such distant lands as Tether, and Kalimshan. Candlekeep lies some 150 miles south and west, a 5-day journey. You're 1 day in. Coming up the road towards you is a human farmer riding on the front in a hay-filled wagon pulled by 2 draft horses. The farmer gives you a friendly wave as the wagon draws near.
As the dragon draws near?
Wow, man, you really
Right.
got to work on those words. There's a
Yeah,
little difference there.
I mean, dragon, wagon, wagon.
We somehow gained a wagon, and we named it dragon.
There you go.
Dragon the wagon.
Dragon the wagon.
Which is
Yes.
going to be really awkward when Wagon the Dragon shows up.
Right. Working on it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later.
Cool. What do you guys do?
I honestly kind of forgot what you just said because we were talking about dragons.
Wave
I will-
back,
I
keep
will-
going.
Yeah, I will wave back, but pay him no mind.
Okay. Cool.
I'll stop.
You'll stop.
He's a farmer, like out.
Raylan is going to be the reason that getting to Candlekeep takes 4 sessions.
You said he's a farmer with his wagon.
Yeah, he's a farmer with his wagon. He's moving up the road.
Good.
Opposite direction you guys are going.
Well,
Good day,
he's moving.
sir.
Why would you ask him to stop?
Kind of nods and waves.
How you travels well?
Aye.
What are you hauling?
Hey.
Good season for hay.
Aye.
In
Thought you-
Midnight's just
Thought
like
you'd say
don't know
more.
what he was
honestly.
I would be
expecting.
awful.
The way that
My
this,
knowledge of farming terminology is not exactly
the way
what
that
I thought it would
the
be.
way that you were described to me made you seem slightly more important.
He is important. He's horses and sheep.
Out here alone on the road?
Aye.
Where's your homestead? Are you close? Are you in danger? Are you safe?
Nah.
You're not safe?
At this point, you see him sigh and just like, I just wanted to move on, attack you from behind, but I guess not.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. Could you speak up?
Steve, does a 23 hit you? Or does
Yeah.
a 25 hit you?
20
All right, take 11
is
fire
this-
damage as this farmer sprouts wings and blasts you with a fire ray.
Which encounter is this?
Good God.
Knights of the Shield.
Thank you.
Wagon the dragon?
So the fire hits me. I'll take the damage, but I want to say, sir, you should be careful. Hay is highly flammable. We don't want to lose your crop.
You may have an inspiration point for that. Everybody give me initiative rolls. Make sure to use your
boy.
tokens there.
Man, it sure would be nice to have a dex right about now.
What? I actually did good on initiative this time.
Plus 10 initiative? It's amazing. I want that.
You got a 15.
Yeah,
I have a +9 initiative, sir, but we get a +1 to all rolls.
that's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
shit,
mine's
so
has
good.
a 16.
I gotta add that.
I didn't get anything last week.
I'm actually at a 13.
Yeah, no one loves me. I know Ken has feelings. It's okay. I didn't
No,
feel
it's-
loved anyway.
You have beans. You're fine.
Yeah, you got those
I
beans.
do have beans.
Did you study up on your beans?
I did. I have
All right.
great-
And
So,
has decided the most efficacious way to use them, despite the description, is to chuck them at bad guys.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that what you do with magic beans?
so what happens is that this guy sprouts devil-like wings and sort of changes form into like this half fiendish looking creature, and is flying up and hits Raylan with a fire ray. At the same time, some guards leap up out of the hay-filled wagon and are just sort of like in that sort of mid-air pose of like coming down on you guys, and it's Rivik's turn.
They're about to get messed up.
Yeah, there's three of these guys. We'll see what happens.
Are you gonna hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker?
No, but I might now that you said that. Nope. I am going to change my focus to psychic weapon focus, and then I'm going to leap into the air and hit that winged motherfucker. My quarterstaff actually turns to pure energy,
Pure energy.
and I don't have to hit him, but he does have to make 2 intelligence saving throws at -5 each.
What?
4, -4, sorry. My intelligence
Still
bonus.
what? Okay. Definitely missed that one. And has a 17 on the next one.
It's a random road encounter, and I haven't got to play any of my newly expanded powers yet, so we're going way overboard on this random bandit encounter.
Fair enough.
We're gonna be resting in about 8 hours, so
Yeah, this is to blow
Hold on.
all your powers
I'm-
on nobody's.
Yes. I only should have had you save once, by the way. That's my bad. This is not
That's fine.
quarterstaff attack. He failed, though, you said, right?
He'd fail on the first one if that's what we're going with.
Oh, okay. It says roll. There it goes.
Oh, Jesus.
He takes
that's
that
a
much
lot.
damage. Psychic.
I'm sorry, what?
Maximum effort. Takes 44 psychic damage to the face.
You can hit somebody for 44 psychic damage.
Yeah, like a fireball. We're level
Okay.
5. Well, we're level 6. I have level 5 powers now, which is the equivalent of a fireball.
Yeah, Sean, we're past that point where we're like, you know, oh, you can do the thing. We're level 6 in D&D, like in 5th edition. We're gonna blow stuff up. We're pretty
All
awesome.
right, cool. So you leap up and you smack this guy with your psychic staff, and it literally sends him flying, and he hits the ground. You've hit him so hard, like you've literally knocked the wind out of him and his wings.
So we're on this road, right?
Mhm.
And then to our west is this Cloakwood area,
Yes,
and then west of that is the ocean.
yes,
Is this guy in the ocean now?
no, but
Hmm.
he's closer to the Cloakwood than he would like to be, and more than you thought he would be.
Okay.
we're more towards slobber chops than anything.
Yeah.
I gracefully land on the ground with 1 foot on him, and I look at the other ones and say, "Run now, and you can live," and point the energy staff at them.
Yeah, no, they're not backing down.
I was gonna say in for a penny at this point.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Midnight, it's your turn. What do you do?
How many are there? Just the one?
There's three
3.5 now.
swordsmen. Yeah. Well, there's 3 swordsmen, and then there's this one flying dude, so there's 4 people. 4 attackers.
Beans.
Oh, she's got beans.
Just gonna start using beans already?
Yes. I've been wanting to use them forever.
Here's your
So
chance.
I take a handful of beans
Mm-hmm.
and I chuck them at the bad guys.
Do we have to fight giants now?
No. Each
So-
bean does a 10-foot radius of fire damage, and they must succeed a 15 dexterity. And even if they save, they still take half damage.
Okay.
But I also have
so-
to roll for it. So I also risk
You throwing
getting hurt. But
fire
it's totally
beans?
worth it.
Yeah,
I'm
she's throwing
throwing
fire beans.
beans.
Make your roll and let's see what happens.
Okay. So they
Or
have to
what do you need to roll specifically?
they need to do a dexterity saving, and it must
Okay.
be 15 or higher to succeed. The DC is 15.
The main guy is going to roll at disadvantage because he's stuck on the ground. And
But I
fails
also
miserably.
must throw because I'm throwing him. I guess it's just a weird thing. But yeah, DC
And
is 15.
the other guys failed by 1, so you got them. So throw your beans.
Okay. Oh wait, let me see if I succeed because I also have to roll. Oop.
How many beans do you have?
I succeed.
Okay.
Alrighty, and 5d4.
Hey, you're not blessed. What are you
9.
doing? Oh,
I
crazy.
don't know. Yeah, it kind of got
9?
like weird. Yes, they take 9 damage. For everyone that
9 damage.
whatchamacallit.
Oh wow, there's actually they have a lot of hit points.
Yeah,
Do they
anyone who
now?
got anyone who failed the DC takes 9 damage of fire
Alright.
damage.
Cool.
Oh, that was a lot of ones. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So beans just fling everywhere, and suddenly explosions happen. And the guy who Rivik currently has pinned just like doesn't get out of the way at all. And the other ones just they're almost out of the way, but they get caught in the explosion. And yeah, they all take damage, and they're looking okay. Guy on the ground, not so much. Rayland, what you doing?
There's a leader, right? The guy that was flying or driving the car and shot me with the fire ray.
Yeah, that guy's now pinned with a toe to the ground. By
Oh,
Rivik.
that's the guy that's pinned. Is the
Mhm.
and he seems like the leader.
He is the one that is the most unique amongst them. Yes.
That's just a drama pin too, by the way. I don't actually have to grapple. Do what you want.
Oh,
I
you
know.
don't have him
It's
grappled. I
just-
was gonna say because if he's grappled or if he's pinned.
No, that was just for dramatic effect.
Got it. Okay. Well, regardless, that guy shot me with fire.
He did shoot you with fire.
Sword, shield, and moving in on him.
Okay, do it.
Do it.
Does an 18 hit him?
Yes.
Wait, don't you have inspiration? So doesn't that give you advantage?
Well, he's got advantage over him because he's on the ground and
Okay.
sort of knock the fuck out. But yeah,
So
So
the
your
actual
24
rule
hits
for
him.
the actual rule for having inspiration is that when you spend it, you get to add a d6 to a roll. Basically you roll something, and if you have the inspiration, you can spend it to roll an extra d6 and add that to your total. That's how
Gotcha.
inspiration actually like mechanically works. We play around with it and do different stuff with it, but
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't add like a general bonus. Okay, so 18 hits for the first one, and then I come in with a second one and slash away him again.
okay.
Does
That
a
hits as well.
23 hit him?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. You know what? Screw this guy. He shot me with fire.
Uh-oh.
I will smite him because he's a dirty road bandit.
All right.
Seven slashing damage, and then 8 slashing damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then
24 divine.
an
Oh,
extra 6 radiant damage. Not my
Alright.
best damage rolls ever, but they're not bad.
If he's not dead, I'd be surprised.
He's not looking too great. In fact, your you see that your radiant damage actually sort of hit him a little extra, and so yeah, he's not looking
Because
so great.
he has devil wings.
Yes, he has devil wings.
Yes.
He is a fiendish nature.
He is a fiendish nature. I picked up on that.
All right. Is that in your turn?
It does.
Kethra, what do you do?
So, are these guys still in midair? Are they still floating down, or?
Yeah, it's not their turn, so they haven't really like. It's
How
only been,
high?
like,
How high
3
up are
seconds.
they? Are they like
at this point,
anime
they're, like-
jumping?
Yeah, they're
Or-
like because they jumped from the wagon. They're like 6 feet in the air at this point.
Oh, but I'm on a horse,
Of course.
You are on the horse, yes.
so we're gonna start this thing off right.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stand up on the horse, and I'm gonna jump at all of them, like in a. I'm assuming they're jumping as a group, like ah. So I'm
I
gonna
would
target
say-
one,
Okay. Okay.
and as soon as I jump into him,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast this thing. Blah.
The arms vader. What does that do again? I can't remember.
So let me give you a little. Okay, so dark power emanates
Does
from my
Tyler
body.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
10,
other stuff.
10 feet from me.
Okay.
Anyone in that area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, you take all of that damage. So 2 to 14 necrotic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And you can't take reactions until the next turn. On a successful
Yes.
save, you take half damage and suffer no effect.
All right. Let's roll their. They all fail. So they all take how much damage?
14 necrotic.
You scary.
And they can't take reactions. So until their next turn. So I guess at the end of their next turn they can.
Okay, cool. I dig it. All right.
Which is right after me. So
It
whatever.
is their turn. Now, they can still. Can they move? Can they attack? Like,
They just can't
can't
take a yeah. I mean, if they were like further down the line, then somebody could run away from them, and they couldn't take an
Mhm.
attack of opportunity because that's a reaction.
they hate you, so they're gonna try to. A couple of them are gonna try to attack you.
Yeah.
Can they
Midair as they're
move?
falling through the air? Yeah. Well, I mean, are they falling or?
So they just can't take reactions. That's the only limitation. Is
Yeah,
okay.
just can't take reaction.
All right, he's gonna swing. Does a 14 hit you?
It does.
Oh,
I have
take
an
11
AC of
slashing
14.
damage.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
11.
Yes.
Wait, a 14 hits you?
I only have a 14 AC.
Yeah.
Did you pick
the
up
other.
armor with the rest of us?
Yeah, leather.
The warlock, he can't wear armor like you.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's basically
Okay.
He's basically a wizard.
Don't
So
take
the
that
other
1d4
guy like
damage.
tries to like twist in the air and ends up like almost stabbing himself and like hits head first into the ground as he lands from his jump. Another guy is going to attack you as well. And does a 10 hit you?
No.
No. All right. Midnight. The other one's going to land on the ground and come towards you.
Yes.
Does a 19 hit you?
Nope.
Gosh. All right. That is their turn. I see it is Slobberchops' turn. What did you want him to do?
Slobberchops is gonna like kind of casually walk up and
Mhm.
then go.
Okay. Make his attack on possibly the one that attacked you.
13. Does a 13 hit?
No, it misses, unfortunately.
He just goes, "Meow," and that's
Alright.
it. He doesn't kind of. He's just like, meh.
So the fiendish guy sort of picks himself up and his wings take him back into the air, but he doesn't get very far.
Nope.
And nope.
Nope.
Okay, what happens?
I would like to take my reaction
Okay.
to take my attack of opportunity on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go ahead and use my Sentinel.
Oh, what is this?
When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you, even if they take disengage action before leaving your reach. When a
Holy
creature
crap.
with a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack of opportunity or makes attack against a target other than me, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against them. So it gives me an additional option for opportunity attack, and their speed will become 0 if I hit them.
All right, hit him.
So let's see if I can hit this guy. I'm really hoping. Let's do it. Does a 21 hit the Devil Flying Man?
That does hit the Devil Flying Man.
Dope. Disregard that roll. He takes 6 slashing damage, and his speed is reduced to 0, which means he's still standing right next to me.
So he tries to take flight, and you hit him, and you actually like hit his wings and sort of damage him a little bit, and he's not able to like take flight.
You're going nowhere.
You're going,
All right, Macho Man.
You're going to catch on
Right?
fire.
We're going nowhere.
He shoots you. And does the 13 hit you? Probably not.
13 does not hit me.
He also doesn't like Rivik because, well, that's the reason he's in
Because
this
he
predicament.
just roundhouse kicked him.
Oh, Rivik, does a
Yikes.
26 hit you?
Rivik uses reaction to give you disadvantage. I know you hate me so much.
You allowed
kid in that
you
time.
allowed this class in this game, so this is entirely on you.
I mean, Tyler made this class up, and he's just making stuff up as he's going along. So
Psychic Backlash. As a reaction, I can impose disadvantage on an attack roll against me if I can see the attacker. If he still hits me, he takes damage too.
yeah, that sounds like you wrote that. That sounds like your verbiage. That sounds like your
Hey
type
man,
of
I
diet.
gave you the document. You can go look it up.
Like I read that.
We know you didn't.
Anyway,
Because you approved this class.
I just want to go to hell. I don't care. So, yeah. He's like, "Ha, got you!" And almost by the trick of fate, like
Get him.
the fire sort of like veers off around you and goes into oblivion. And he's just like, "Oh," and it's your turn.
Oh, he thought he was doing well.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna.
Intelligence saving throw because I'm hitting you back. Full hope.
Okay. 17.
No, because he has that penalty.
Oh man.
He takes that much psychic damage.
He's dead. Like his head literally explodes in front of you. There's just nothing, and it's like black ichor just everywhere. Just red skin sort of like catches onto Raylan's face and sort of like
Rivik
drips
has no
down.
reaction, but he looks at Raylan and says, "He talked a lot."
Midnight. One of these guys tried to attack you.
Yes. I take my morning star
Mm-hmm.
and double hand it above my head, and I start
Okay.
screaming for Ogman, and then try to like hit him in the face.
All right, do it.
I miss.
Ooh.
I hit the
You
tree
sorta, like-
behind him.
Right, and you hit the cart, and he just sort of like stepped out of the way, and he just looks at you like, just give me the damn shield, you dumb cat.
What did he just call me?
Called you a dumb cat. Raylan.
I'm taking his left shoe when I'm pissing in it.
Left shoe. Okay.
Yeah, left shoe.
All right.
Rayland, there's two guys on Kethra, and there's one attacking Midnight. What do you do?
I have a question. How come our
Mhm.
compatriots aren't participating in this battle and it's just us?
They're sort of keeping a perimeter, keeping guard, making sure nobody else attacks you.
Because there's too many NPCs to manage at one time. Raylan, I will. I'm gonna go help Kethra because she's outnumbered 2-1, and I know
Okay.
Midnight can take care of herself for the most part.
All right, do it.
So yeah, I would like to move up and slash.
Do it.
Does a 22 hit the not leaders?
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. I'm going to do the... is there one that's been hit already?
All of them have been hit.
That's right. Okay.
You know, for a bandit encounter, his music's very tame.
Actually, yeah, I'm barely hearing it now that you mention it.
Gentle, caring bandits.
Yikes. Minimum damage. 5 damage to one bandit.
5 damage to one bandit. You sort of like take him and you swack him on the back with your blade sort of like flattens as it goes, and he's just like, ah.
Okay, then I'll hit him again.
More shocked than anything. Okay, do it.
Does an 11 hit this guy?
It does not.
Screw it. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Oh, crap.
Does a
16?
16 plus my 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Aha! I'm the best. He takes another 9 slashing damage.
Ooh. Much more meaty.
Much
Excellent.
more. Yeah, actually dig into the meat on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kethra, what you do?
Have we hit the ground yet?
Yes, you are on the ground at this point.
No, this is an anime
We
float.
still falling through the air.
Not
Alright.
a kung fu fight.
Well, I know, with the whole 6-second thing, it's like,
What can happen in 6 seconds?
Yeah. So I assume that I'm either prone or on a knee, so I will use my movement to get up.
Now you're a hero. You don't do that kind of crap.
I don't know if you'd call me a hero, but thank you.
Anti-hero.
So I still got 2 on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I give them the cross.
Nice.
And shoot each one of them with an Eldritch Blast to the face.
Oh, shit.
Here comes number 1 for 16.
That misses.
Oh, darn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So guy on my left, or whichever one.
Okay.
This one will be guy on right.
No.
Even worse.
It's just like, shoo, shoo, and they just barely duck out of the way. And then it is their turn. And Raylan, one's going to turn and try to face you. And he goes, give me the damn shield. Does an 8 hit you?
I block his attack with my shield.
Nice.
No, you can't have my shield.
I don't want your shield. I want the shield, he says as he strikes you with the short sword.
I block
With
his
a 19.
19 with my shield.
Damn it.
Again.
He's like, maybe I want your shield. I don't know. That's a pretty good shield.
We're just talking. It's a pretty solid shield, honestly. Like, it's good size, good weight. Look at deflecting anything you throw at me. By the
Damn
way,
it.
your form terrible. Terrible.
Kethro, another one comes and swings at you, and he also misses and is not having a great day as he tries to two-hand you and misses. Midnight.
Yes.
One strikes at you. Does a 25 hit you?
Yes.
Yikes.
All right, you take 14 damage as this thing just actually finds like cat meat. Just digs in and you're bleeding.
Cat meat.
Cat meat. He like finds that
Ow.
like one chink in your armor, like where the plates have that like bendy and cross over, and he just catches you at the right moment and stabs
Well,
you.
very loudly, there is like, she screams. That fucking hurt.
Just slobber chops avenge you.
You can try.
All right.
Such confidence.
16.
He misses just barely.
He goes to strike, and his paw, like his claw, gets caught in his own long burr.
He sort of does that like thing where he's got his wings and he swipes and he ends up like barreling over a couple of times.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Rivik, there are 3 dudes attacking your friends. What do you do?
First, I close my power document. Then, what am I gonna do? Can't do that one yet, sadly. I can do that one yet. I back up so that I can make a cone attack to hit the bad guys, but not Midnight or Kessler,
Oh, no.
preferably.
Okay. Yeah,
And then-
you can aim it.
All the bad guys in that cone, which is 60 feet, need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Not their best. They fail.
Wow.
If only they had advantage.
$37 damage because of my +1 each. That's a good roll. 37 each.
That is.
You
Yeah.
had two
So
natural 8s. What the heck?
And a 7.
yeah, that's all high rolling, and
is.
they all go down, and they're just sort of coughing up blood, and they're like, "The shield, we will have it." They're slowly expiring.
Midnight just takes her shield out of her bag of holding and gives it to him.
Sort of like slides it off and tries to push it away angrily, like, no.
Jeez.
That guy dies. There's 2 slowly dying.
I look at Raylan. I'm like, which one do you want to interrogate?
They're all. There's no one else left up.
Nope, everybody has expired.
All right.
Oh wait, you said 2 are dying.
2 are dying.
Yes. Which of those 2 do you want to interrogate, Raylan? Left or right?
The one on the left.
I go to the one on the right. Crunch twist. And then I go back to my horse.
Ouch.
Midnight. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you spare this one?
I don't know. He was kind of mean to me.
We'll make sure he gets what justice is coming to him.
Okay. Spare the dying.
He's no longer dying, and he's just sort of exhausted on the ground, bloodied and dirtied.
I'll drag him over and sit him down next to his wagon that they were hiding in.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to put his hand through the spokes of the wheel
Ooh.
and manacle
Okay.
him.
Oh.
It's gonna get crunchy.
Someone's
it's gonna be
alignment
crunchy.
seems to be changing. Just saying.
He is a paladin of vengeance, and he's very
Yes.
much Batman. So.
Yep.
This is
Just 'cause
kind
you
of
love
allowed.
good doesn't mean you can't dish out pain.
That's true.
Especially if these people are following devils. Like,
Hey, Steve, they want the devil shield in Rivik's pack. they're evil as fuck.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
All right. So he's coughing up blood. It's sort of like drooling out of him still, and he's just like, "What do you want? You'll get nothing from me."
You see, so here's the thing.
You chained him through the spokes.
Yes.
Got to remind you that this is a wagon hitched to 2 draft horses.
Yeah, what's your point?
Just saying.
Can someone go hold the reins?
No. I kind of figured you'd want to use that as part of your interrogation.
Oh, got you. Yes. I thought you were implying something else. Like he's going to purposefully make them run off on me.
No, that would be very bad for him chained to the spokes of the wheel.
Right. Sounds like, I don't know what's happening.
Okay. So it's okay to chain him there, but it's not okay if the horses run off while he's chained there.
That's why Kethra positions herself at the back of the horse.
It's not my goal.
I just want to make sure we're clear where we stand.
I honestly,
I'm just wanting to make sure.
Raylan just thinks that's a really good place to chain somebody and put their hands through to have a good hold on them. He's not even thinking about the torture aspect of it.
Okay.
So I understand. I do. Hi, I'm Raylan. How are you? You good? What's your name? Do you still have a name?
May the devils take you.
Okay. Well, see, that's not going to happen. And that's okay. Even though I know it's what you want to happen. But, we, and I point to all of us, have a little bit of experience with this. Just a little bit. I'm not sure. So, we've talked to many of your brethren, your peers, maybe a couple competitors. We've talked to a lot of cultists. We know you're all really devout, and we know you're all really just dying to show your loyalty to an evil god that will do nothing for you except claim your soul. And just want to give you this opportunity now. You can repent. You can come to our side. You can tell us everything we need to know about the shield and why you want it, who's inside of it, what its whole key and purpose is here. Just give us it all now, because we're going to find it out anyway, and it saves you a lot of trouble.
I could technically perform a ceremony to cure him.
So, Rivik, as he's talking, you hear in your head, ever so briefly and quietly, "Don't let him take me. I want to go with you. I want to go where you're going."
And his name is John C.
Proud order. How dare you insult me?
That was crazy loud.
What?
The John Cena thing just went off. Did no one else hear this?
No.
I thought I heard John
No.
Cena.
Not me.
So thank you
just
so
you,
much. Thank you so much. I assume this is Funky Thunder.
Oh, you're hearing that because you have OBS.
Yes.
You have to unmute that for everyone to hear it in OBS. It's got its own volume thing. Thank you, Funky Thunder, for the stuff.
You're dope.
You have to cheer bits to make that happen.
Oh.
That got real loud real quick, but thank you so
That's what
much.
it's supposed to do.
Okay.
And yes, Sentinel is in fact broken. So yeah, he's like, "I am of a proud order of knights. I am no mere sloppy cultist."
Okay. Were all of them part of an elite group of knights?
Give me the shield, and I will see that you are not burned that your entrails are not burned in the fires of hell when the Great One rises from his imprisonment.
I want to kneel down in front of him, look him straight into the eye. Do you think I'm afraid to be burned in hell when a Monitor protects me? Honestly, with all of your devoutness and all of your insight, do you really think I'm afraid?
You will be.
So you're not going to tell us anything, no matter how much we torture you and how bad it is, and all of the pain and the horribleness, all of that stuff, all nothing.
I will be killed for my failure if I do not bring the shield back with me. Your torture and death means nothing. Your threats are just the inevitable.
All right, cool. So I turn around and I look to Kethra. I'm starting to feel like this whole offering them this option is just not getting us anywhere.
It might one day, but we have to choose our battles, and I slapped the horse on the ass.
So the horses are just like, and just scurry off, and this guy's arm is broken upon the second turn, and he's just like slapped and wrapped around, like he's not having a very good day. As a lot of the bones in his body are broken as the horses carry him further up the road into the distance and
like
out
one
of
of
sight.
those sock dolls just floating
Basically,
on the wind in the back.
yeah.
I don't approve of this.
No?
Oh,
I feel a little bad.
I was going to say, I look at Kethra and I'm like, okay, that actually might have been a little too much. That is gruesome.
But at the same time,
this
these people
at
just
all.
tried to kill us.
Rivik looks at Kethra and says, "Now I understand why you're fallen." But that's the only comment he has.
There's a difference between torturing someone and killing them because they tried to kill you. That's torture, and that's where I draw the line.
The horse is torturing him. I'm not.
Rivik
doing
looks at
anything.
Midnight and says, "Your point is valid. However, standing here arguing it doesn't change the past." Gets on his horse and leaves.
Toward adventure.
Mortlock just kind of shrugs and is like, probably deserved it. Rayla's like, he's evil. Let him suffer. The dad is not quite sure what to make of you, Raylan.
Not sure what to make of myself at the
Raylan
moment.
didn't do that. Kethra did.
That's true, but Raylan didn't prevent it, so, but it's cool.
Yeah. can't catch a draft horse.
Started.
Yeah, I think next time. I think next time an honorable decapitation would be better.
Yes.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Unless they didn't have anything of importance on them, unless anybody wants to do anything else, you continue on your way down the road.
Continuing on.
Midnight mutters underneath her breath to Augment how she disapproves of what had just happened, but she gets it but doesn't approve of it. And she's also writing in her notes saying they just wasted a perfectly good wagon.
Rivik, as you keep marching on, you hear faintly in the back of your mind, "Can you just give me the Paladin? He's kind of hardcore. Like, I kind of want to be in his possession, not yours. You just put me in a sack." You carry on down the road.
Rivik tells Raylan, "The shield likes you."
Great job. You made the demon shield like you, Raylan.
He says it quietly enough that Midnight doesn't hear that. Or Kethra.
Aw.
Huh.
Of character. Good
Don't-
job,
don't-
Raylan.
Don't need Midnight to lecture, and don't need Kethra to get encouraged.
Raiden will take
So,
that news
Lecture.
and is unsure how to process it.
You done fucked up is how you process it.
Ooh. So you continue down the road. That night nothing happens. Next night nothing happens. By the final night, you're actually at the curvature of the road where it curves off and goes towards Candlekeep, and you make your camp there at the crossroads, and Rhea's sitting by the campsite, and she hasn't really joined in with you guys. She's kind of been lost in her own thoughts for most of the way, but this night she actually joins you, and she kind of looks like she wants to say something, and she's kind of like she's got something on her mind. Yeah, so everyone's sitting around, unless anybody's doing something specific. I would imagine you're all sitting around the campfire quietly, enjoying your rations.
Oh, I'm assuming I'm healed at this point because we had 2 full rests.
Yeah. Every night you would actually restore everything. So you have a long rest at night.
I'm just doing my basic stuff. I would like to purposefully sit next to Vendetta though.
She sort of like leans into you, draws her cloak around her and sort of over you as she tries to keep the cold out. So Ray is sitting there quietly, and then all of a sudden she starts to speak, and she says, "It was over a century past that the great troubles began. Fiends roamed the lands."
She just started saying this?
Yeah. It's like that one of that silence, and she just kind of feels it's her moment. And she goes, "Fiends roamed the lands to the north and west of Thuriel. Friends were despoiled, fields were despoiled, livestock slaughtered, homes razed, and people dragged off to a terrible and unknowable fate. Terror gripped the hearts of all. The city's cavalry rode across the land, striking down fiends wherever they found them, and suffering fearful losses. But it was never enough. For every fiend they destroyed, it seemed as though 2 more appeared everywhere. The ruler of Ethereal, the High Rider, asked his people to pray to the gods for aid. To everyone's astonishment, a mighty angel entered the city the next day. Her name was Zariel, which means champion of light. The prayers of Ethereal had been heard, and help had come. Zariel located the gate through which the fiends had entered in the natural world, and the fiends of the dead in the fields of the dead west of the city. Zariel declared that she would lead the cavalry into Avernus, destroying the infernal host that was amassing there and striking a great blow against the forces of darkness. The High Rider sent out the riders of Ethereal, now numbering many thousands, with Zariel at the head, riding a golden mastodon. Wow, she was on a golden mastodon? That's dope. With a great cry, Zariel and her army charged through the gate. The legions of Avernus trembled and buckled, but did not crumble. Zariel was defeated, and the remnants of her army returned to Ethereal, overcome with grief at the loss of their glorious general, but confident that the lords of the Nine Hells would think twice about threatening Ethereal again. There were great celebrations to honor the valiant knights of the cavalry, who became known as the Hell Riders from that day on. One of my order. I'm of that order. This is all messed up.
Thank you.
You sound like you really need a hug.
She's like, you know what? I do.
Midnight just gets up and just gives her like a really big hug.
She kind of leans into you, and she's sort of just kind of crying a little bit, almost like she just found out that possibly the leader of her city sank her city into the fucking Nine Hells, and like her life's kind of in shambles at the moment. So yeah,
she just gives her a big hug and then softly whispers, "You should join Augment. He's amazing. He will give you all the knowledge and love and peace you need." And she just slips a pamphlet in the back of her pocket.
She's like, thanks.
Super nailed the
Augment knows
cleric.
everything.
Yikes.
Nice. You can have an inspiration point for that, Midnight. That's dead on.
Yay.
Cool. So, anything else from anybody?
Oh, she offers her tent for the night if she wants
She's
to
like-
hang out so she can learn more about Augment.
She's like, thanks, I think I'll stick to sleeping under the stars. This may be one of the last days that I see them.
Oh, I've got really cool little lights that I actually helped create. I take a whole bunch of bugs and I put them in these weird jars that I found, and I string them up on the top. I think a few of them are dead though. Can you
Cool.
not? Sir, please stop.
Over
My cat's
the
trying to knock off my mouse off.
over the past couple of nights, Kethra would have went through the 3 spell books that they got way back at the bathhouse.
Oh yeah, good that you remembered that.
And now that she knows she can do rituals I will spend the 150 gold and the what would it be 6 hours total. We'll just say that I spread it over a couple days.
Sure.
To scribe down, identify, find familiar, and detect magic.
Okay, cool. Those are yours. I didn't know warlocks could do that with their stuff.
That is because I have Tome, Book of Ancient Secrets was one of my invocations.
Oh, nice, cool. Rayland, anything from you?
No, but there was a lot of information in there.
Is there anything that you'd like to cover, just sort of out of game, or out of character?
What exactly were the Fields of the Dead again? Who hangs out there?
So, if you actually scroll the map up,
yeah,
the area north of Baldur's Gate is called Fields of the Dead.
Fields of the Dead, right?
And there was a portal to hell there that had opened up.
But it's not there no more?
It's not there anymore.
Okay.
Because they closed it.
They closed it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. At great cost, but yeah, they closed it.
Like $12?
Sure, $10 to $12 probably did it.
No more than $10 to $12?
No more than $10 to $12.
Okay. All right, cool. Fields of the Dead, portal to hell, closed.
Yep.
Got it.
And that's where the story of the Hell Riders comes from, is Zuriel led them into hell, and they came back mildly victorious and then became like the honor guard of itself.
Are we... What... Characters-wise, what do we know about Zuriel?
You know pretty much what she just told you.
So we don't know...
She added to your knowledge.
What was the... I apologize again. I'm trying to remember everything that was said in there. Are we aware that Zuriel is a devil lord now?
So, to link your knowledges together, she just told you that fiends were attacking the city prayed to the gods, somebody sent Zuriel down, Zuriel goes, gets trapped in hell, and then you now have cultists in the bottom of a cult manor praying to her as if she's going to win the blood war for her.
Got it. So our characters can make the leap of knowledge that obviously something's happening with this person / celestial down in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough, Rhea. Damn. You lost your city leader.
Give her the hug and the pant flip.
Yeah, I mean, Rhea lost the city leader and their, like, folklore hero.
Yeah, pretty rough.
Dang.
And then, like, 100 years later, the city just sank into hell. So, you know.
Just... I had nothing else, honestly. Like, I just wanted to make sure that we could, as characters, piece together those two pieces of knowledge.
That's the knowledge that you've pieced together so far.
All right, cool.
Rivik, anything from Rivik that needs to be said or done?
Doesn't need to sleep again, but he does spend however long until she falls asleep talking to, what's your name again? I can never remember it. Rhea, about the entire history of his people. How they fell, were nearly wiped out, we're down to a small handful, but how we rose again and created a mighty empire. Someday her people will too.
She actually feels better about that, and she feels responsible and feels like she has to join you guys, and if you're going down there, she's going to bring back her city. Like, she just feels... And
I also attempt to encourage her by telling her devils are nothing compared to mind flayers.
She's like, I know nothing of that, so I'm going to take your word.
Mind flayers.
Cool. So unless anybody else has anything left to do, you make your final day towards Candlekeep.
Okay.
Over the past 4 days, the weather of the coastway has gradually worsened. Dark clouds release heavy rain until the road runs thick with mud. Yet you trudge on, passing by friendly merchant caravans heading north. On the morning of the 5th day, the rain subsides, but the dark clouds remain. Ahead, you see a path branch from the wider road heading to the sea. A raven perches solemnly on a leaning post, bearing 2 signs that point like arms towards the west. One says the lion way, the way of the lion. The other says Candlekeep. And as you continue on, come here. Oh, that's that. Where is it? There it is. And so, the afternoon sun shines through the clouds to illuminate the gray walls and pale spires of the time-worn fortress that stands majestically atop a rocky promontory overlooking the sea. The trail leads straight to it, and you see Candlekeep, which is in this thing here.
What are those things in the sky?
Those are just birds and griffins and creatures.
Oh, okay.
Griffin Riders are actually something you accept because Baldur's Gate has an entire battalion of them.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if they were devils or not. They kind of.
Oh shit! They're colossal red dragons, and you're attacked. Everybody roll initiative.
I knew it.
Cool. So, yeah. At the gatehouse, you are greeted by 3 monks in purple robes, a human, a shield dwarf, and a sun elf. Around their necks hang the holy symbols of Denir, god of writing, whose symbol is a lit candle above one eye. Welcome to Candlekeep.
His symbol is lit.
His symbol is a lit candle above an open eye. But yes, his symbol's totally lit. Welcome to Candlekeep, says the elf in common. A gift is required for those seeking admittance. You must donate a book or scroll that isn't already in the library's archives. Please present your gift for inspection.
Midnight is just like silently screaming and bouncing on her seat. I have books I can donate here, and she just reaches into her bag of holding and offers like 5 journals. I documented everything that I know from these crazy. We learned about cultists and dead things, and here. And she just like drops off all the books, and she's just like, I'm more than happy to share my knowledge with fellow scholars. I love you. Ogden praise you. Yeah.
She's like, scholar of Ogmide. This was unexpected. Roll a let me look at your sheet a second.
Though she worships Ogden, she has more than one occasion gone to the other temple, especially because of writing, because knowledge is everything.
It'd be mean. Roll a persuasion. But you can roll it at advantage because you're very enthusiastic.
Persuasion? Why plus? Oh, okay. I don't know why guidance is going as active. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. We'll take you 19.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're like, this is highly unusual. But and they kind of take a few minutes to read through your journals, and they're like, this will do. Enter. And because there's 5, you're going to give us all 5 of them?
I have more copies. I triple write everything.
Oh, well then, sure. We'll take all 5 and they'll go into the library.
Yay! I didn't think Ogman would be so proud of me.
Does that count as 5 admittances?
1 would have done, but since she's just gonna give you all 5, you all get in. But I mean, 1 would have done the trick. So, cool. They let you into the city. Actually, it's more of like a fortress town than anything else. And yeah, there's just a bunch of monks sort of meandering about. They all greet you friendly like, and they sort of like, if you need to see the library or need to speak with any of our people, you know, you can go to the main fort. There's the Hearth, our local pub, and Fallister's actually like, we should probably go speak to my associate immediately, but if you'd like to take a time and rest your brains, I understand.
No, my brain is constantly working. What is your associate's name? I need to meet them.
Yeah, I believe
Ah.
the faster we learn
is-
about this box, the better.
Okay.
So this
He's
is like the local welcoming committee kind of thing, or are they specifically scholars of the city?
Everybody in this place is a scholar, mage. Like, you have to turn over something very unique to get in here, basically. So yeah.
Which we've done or not done? I apologize.
You've done.
We did. Okay,
Yeah, you've done.
cool. I would like to talk to one of them again, alone, side chat.
One, like a person, like one
I
of them.
literally don't care who.
Oh, okay.
I will grab the
so
closest one to me.
You grab the closest monk, scholar, wizard,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Hi. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Raylan Albright. Hi. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Hi. This is awkward. I'm so sorry. You know a lot of things, right? Like, you're pretty smart.
Sure.
Yeah. You got a lot of knowledge about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Great. Great. If I wanted to like take someone real nice,
Mm-hmm.
where would you suggest going in the city? You got any ideas? You know, nice place to go, good restaurant.
Like, are they a nice person? Like, what? What do you mean, real nice? Somebody real nice?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? I just mean like I want to take someone
Uh-huh.
someplace real nice.
Really, the only place that you could go is the Hearth, our local pub. Yeah.
Really? A pub?
We're
No.
like, uh-huh.
No.
Right. No.
Come on, help me out here.
No, really, the Hearth is the only place that you could probably go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
That's what do you consider a nice night out? Is going to the pub?
Yeah, everybody likes going to the pub.
Okay. What
Okay.
about them over there? Do they know anything more than you? Are they smarter than you?
I don't know how to answer that question, sir. I'm gonna go.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Good day, sir. Have a good one. Have a nice one.
So what is the associate's name?
So, you are going to meet Silvara Savakis. And Fallister can't stop talking about how great she is and how wise of a wizard she is and all of that.
And she worships the same god as them, right?
And she what?
She worships the same god, the god of writing.
It's a good question. Let's go with yes, if she worships God at all of any particular choice.
Okay. Because I mean, if she worshipped Augment too, that'd be like really cool.
I mean, maybe, possibly, like she's kind of all into the the gods and things. So all the knowledge gods. I'm sure you could strike
Okay.
up a nice conversation with her. Cool.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, chokey.
So cool. So Fallister,
Wow.
Sorry. Patty Shakes got me. I didn't even realize I said that. Actually, I kind of just slipped into.
jerk mode.
I did.
Take you back to the jerk store. Jerk. Wow. Cool. So Fallister takes you up to one of the top spires in the center Candlekeep fort, and the walls of this circular tower chamber are punctuated by arched windows that are currently shuttered. Bookcases filled with eldritch volumes stand between the windows, while tables are crowned with specimen jars, alchemic equipment, and other clutter. Engraved in the floor of the chamber is a large 9-pointed star. A middle-aged thiefling, dressed in wizardly robes, stands by one of the windows, caught in a fugue of intense contemplation. Perched on the corner of a table nearby is a spindly little demon with a warty green skin, bug eyes, thin black horns, and a whip-like tail. And then she looks over you and she says, I can't tell I can't tell you how pleased I am to see you, says the tiefling. What have you brought me? She looks at Fallister, kind of gives him a handshake and a greeting. She looks all to you and she's like, tell me everything. What do you have? What have you brought me?
And her voice starts getting like more high pitched that you hear dogs howling and barking in the background.
Fallister kind of gives her a very, very quick synopsis of what happened. She's like, do you have the puzzle box? Do you happen to have the shield as well?
Why?
What is the relationship between the box and the shield?
That's what we need to find out. Actually, there's probably no relation, but the box is key. The box. I've been suspicious of the High Overlord of Ethereal for a long time, but no one wanted to hear my concerns because Thavius Creek was widely regarded as a hero who saved his city from undead scourge. Given rise to the holy nation of Ethergard, hailed as a savior, Thavius made all civilians of Ethereal swear an oath called the Creed Resolute, which binds them to defend the nation of Ethergard. I met him years ago, and my instincts told me he was a charlatan. Afterwards, I grew to suspect that he had cut a deal with one or more powerful devils, using the Creed Resolute to bind all of Ethereal to his dark deal. I wish to prove my theory, and I believe the evidence is locked inside the puzzle box. May I take a look at it, please?
Do we
Rivik,
trust
you have
this
it,
person?
Tony.
What's that?
Do we trust this person?
That's up to you.
My immediate guess is
I'm asking the
no.
party, not
Raylan's saying no. What does everybody else say?
I have no
Immediately,
reason not to.
yes.
Oh yeah, she's a knowledge buff, so of course Midnight's.
Actually, can I insight this person?
Yeah, sure. If you want to.
Okay. I just am wary of anyone who is immediately like, I would like the box and the shield, please. Okay. $14 insight.
She's not lying to you, and she's very genuine. She very genuinely wants to help you. She very much wants to prove her theory that this guy was an a-hole.
Okay, maybe I misread the situation, everybody. Sorry, I'm just a little on edge.
Perhaps we should ask Rhea.
Rhea's like, if
I lean into Kethra. Maybe not. She couldn't tell that her own city leader was totally a devil worshipper.
wow, a-hole. Wow.
That's the style he's playing with tonight, apparently.
Kethra will giggle slightly, and then very loudly go, "Wow, Mr. Indecisive."
Oh.
Thought you said I was getting better at that.
So, what do you guys do?
Rhea, do you think we should go along with this? Do you
like,
think that it would lead you to the answers you seek?
If Thavius wanted that puzzle box and coveted it, even when I knew him, there's something inside of it, and it's probably the truth.
I let the woman look at it, but not the shield.
She looks at it, takes it, and she looks it over, and she motions over. She's like, Jezebel, bring me the black, and the black one. And so Jezebel, the Quasit, kind of like flutters over, brings back a little vial, and Savara pours one single drop into a particular point on the puzzle box, and she kind of moves it around, and you can tell that like the black ichor on it sort of like stretches, like it was a single drop, but somehow it's just filling this one space. And it's like one of those like the it's got like the little metal ball in it. It's got the maze that you got to guide the little metal ball through, those kinds of toys. It's kind of like that. And so she's actually gliding this drip of whatever through it, and then suddenly it glows in this red fiendish glow, and then there's all kinds of like oops, don't scroll up there. And there's all kinds of like runes in Infernal that start to appear around it as it starts to open up. And the whole scene looks like this. And inside,
Guys, we really let the tiefling open up the Lamont configuration. Like,
And-
Yes, we did, and it's amazing.
and inside the box is a stack of 9 chain-linked plates, each 3 inches on a side and cast of dark iron and stamped with infernal runes. Anybody who reads Infernal can easily translate it.
I translate openly so everyone can read, like, hear what it's saying. I translate
So-
it out loud.
This is what Midnight recites out loud. Be it known to all that I, Thavius Krieg, High Overseer of Ethereal, have sworn to my master Zariel, Lord of Avernus, to keep the agreements contained in this oath. I hereby submit to Zariel in all matters and for all time. I will place her above all creatures, living and dead. I will obey her all my days and beyond with fear and servility. Servility. I recognize the dispensation of the device called the Solar Insidator, hereby called the Companion, in my capacity as High Overseer of Ethereal and its vassal territories. I acknowledge that all lands falling under the light of the champion are forfeit to Zuriel. All persons bound by oath to defend Ethereal are also considered forfeit. I further recognize that this dispensation will last 50 years, and after which the companion will return to whence it came, taking Ethereal and its oath-bound defenders with it, if that is Zariel's wish. All this is my everlasting pledge. And as Midnight sort of finishes reading that, you hear a clank on the floor as Rhea just falls on her butt and leans against the wall, just in like a travesty state. Just, yeah. And then you hear her utter, "If Zariel wants my soul, she's welcome to try to take it."
Not to
And then
make a
there's a quiet
lighthearted
silence.
situation. Not to make a lighthearted situation of all this is going on, but that was pretty much a Mad Lib of my contract.
You may have an inspiration point, Dwayne.
Oh. Insert Demon Lord here. Insert your name here.
So yeah, that's
Your
where she
soul
kinda
is
leaves it.
forever blank.
Yeah.
Broccoli. I'll go stand next to Rhea.
Mhm.
And if Zariel wants your soul, they'll have to go through us as well before they
Here.
take it.
Vendetta just kind of caught your attention.
Why are you comforting someone that's not your girlfriend, dude?
Yeah, asshole.
Because it's an eternal soul.
Asshole. Swear to God.
Look at everybody else. Are we not? Is this not the moment where we all say we're gonna protect her from?
You don't get that close.
Kind of folds up the plates and hands them back to Rivik along with the pieces of the box.
I pull out the shield and clang it on the table. Can you make this
Clang.
safe for him to use?
So she looks at it and she's like, "This is a symbol of good's triumph over evil. Gazing at such beauty, one can easily overlook the terrible force bound with it."
Yeah, except that it's killing Baldur's Gate in your city too if we don't do something about it.
Exactly. Gargoth is, I believe, its name, though it calls itself the Hidden Lord. It is a pit fiend sent by Asmodeus to corrupt mortals on the material plane, and there it amassed such a following as to rival that of gods. In that way, Gargoth became a sort of demigod, and having worshippers increased its power exponentially. My, how the mighty have fallen. This shield has the power to corrupt everything around it. The Hune family of Baldur's Gate has kept it for years now. Doubtless they'll want it back. This shield should not be taken to any place where thousands of mortals reside. It needs to be locked away in an extra-dimensional space away from corruptible souls. In it, you hear a voice in the back of your head, Rayland, and you hear, Take me to the Nine Hells. I will swear to serve you faithfully as both a guide and an advisor. Take me there. Please. Please take me home. I swear to you.
I tell her what it's saying.
She's like, can you put that somewhere where it can't hear us for a moment?
Yep. Thump. Zip.
Kind of toss it out the window with a string. And she takes you all closely and she's like, so it's never going to get out of there. So if it's swearing fealty to you, it'll be bound by that contract with no end to it. And seeing as how it's a devil, there's no way that it could get out. And as long as it thinks that you're going to free it in hell itself, then honestly, I see no reason not to use it.
You're saying Raylan here could force a pit fiend to the cause of good.
But only if I lie?
It's not a lie. It's withholding the truth.
It's not even withholding the truth. I'm pretty sure somewhere in the Nine Hells, it could get out, but however improbable that is, it would be more likely that Asmodeus himself would rise up from the Nine Hells and own a bar and give up everything. Like, it would be impossible. I don't know how. Only the gods themselves would be able to free this fiend from its imprisonment. You, as a paladin of light, would bend a devil to your will. That would be a mighty feat indeed.
And a monitor would make sure to light my way on this confusing path. Maybe. Probably.
Maybe. Probably.
Yeah. No.
Sure.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they would. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Look to Kethra, right?
Something... I am not a spiritual person, but this is something that you should consult your god about. This could be very advantageous for where we're going. However, it could have awful repercussions, not only to you and us, but to your connection with your god. If you want my honest opinion.
I do. Always. Thank you. Midnight.
So, you got like 5 seconds. Talk it over and let's go.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're a very learned person. You also have a connection to a god, much like myself. How would you...
Yes. See, when it comes to things that pertain to devils, I'm more inclined to put them away somewhere very far away. Especially if they have the opportunity to be tempting. I don't think this is something you should be messing with, but much as Kethra said, you should have a conversation with your god. I can't control your actions. That just wouldn't be okay for me to do.
But your advice is welcome. I thank you.
Someone actually listened to me.
Rivik.
I would use it. I would use it for whatever way I could get an advantage out of it to complete our goals. I very strongly believe in binding creatures by law. In fact, it amuses me. He smiles a little.
It worked for me.
Weird. Weird. Don't do that. Okay.
So Vendetta leans over. She's like, "You look pretty handsome with that shield."
Yeah?
So yeah.
I'll look to Vendetta. Maybe I'll take a night, think it over. Would you like to join me for dinner?
Sure. Is everybody else coming?
I think I wanted to show them the nice temple. There's a really nice temple of Augment around here that I've been meaning to check out. You guys have fun.
Yeah, we've been on the road for 5
okay.
days. I gotta go wash my cloak.
She has to go wash her cloak. I mean,
So she
I look
reels
at
the
the
bag
lady
back in.
we're talking to, and I say, "So, if we're going to use that puzzle box to go to hell, we should be better equipped. Where can we find the gear necessary to make us luckier?"
Actually, she's like, no, you're not going to use that. You're going to use this. And she hands you a scroll, a very big scroll. And she also hands you, also this might help you. This map might not be entirely reliable. Its creator went mad making it. But, supposedly
Cool.
it's a map of Avernus. But, went mad making it. So, grain of salt. Anyway, I have a friend that can actually, who owes me a favor. You can spend as much time in Candlekeep as you want, but when you're ready, let me know, and I'll have the Griffin Riders take you over to him. It's about 20 miles away in a tower.
And what
Magic
can
tower.
this friend do for us?
He can actually cast a spell and get you into Avernus.
dope.
I'd have you use it here, but the tower has wards on it that will prevent it from actually allowing anybody to teleport from here. So, but he can get it done.
And my other question?
What was your other question? Oh, stuffs, huh?
We're gonna need
She's
stuff.
like, give me a moment. Let me see.
Do you have a
And then
sword that's
also-
like made of the sun?
No,
Favorite
but I do have this, and she kind of like she goes and she's like, Jezebel, bring me the thing. You know the thing. Can't remember the thing.
The thing with the stuff?
Oh no.
Why am I getting Legend of Korra flashbacks right now?
Screw you, journal. Give me what I want. So, the little familiar brings back both a wand and a staff. Or no, I'm sorry, it brings back a cloak. One is a magical cloak. The other is just a wand that looks like very, very ornate, and it has like crusted jewels and gems all over it, and it just looks wondrous. And it's a wand. And then the cloak has a very psychic resonance to it.
That must be for me.
Possibly.
I put it on.
Way to just
So, you
assume
basically-
that.
We'll deal with what it does after everything. But the wand, she actually kind of nudges it towards you, Midnight, and she's like, you're the eccentric sort. You'll probably like this.
Uh,
Thank you. She's not freaking out at all. She's totally calm.
Cool. You can check Discord for what that thing does.
Oh, I already know what it does.
Oh God.
You should not give this to her.
So yeah, she kind of lives, and she's like, you have freedom of Candlekeep, and just let me know when you want to leave. So Raylan will deal with you in a second. Kethra, is there anything in particular that you want to do other than wash your cloak?
give me a second. I gotta look something up.
I really
And then
need
I'll let you
Kethra.
know.
I really need this next scene to be a really bad rom-com where Kethra's actually like just following me and Vendetta around, casting warlock spells and cantrips to just make sure the date goes really well. And
hiding in the bush, telling you what to say.
telling me what to say.
She's your Cyrano.
Having like soft music play, like with whatever like creepy sound effects they can do.
That's amazing.
If I was any other caster, believe me, it would happen. But I don't have the spells to help. Other than Mage Hand, that's about it. But no, give me 1 second. I might think of something.
Midnight, she actually offers you to sit with her and sort of research hell so that you have something to go on with that. So
Yay!
I just dropped something in your journal, and everybody else will get that too. So
It's not loading.
Yeah, in the journal you should see both something about devils and
Yeah,
about
I clicked
the
on it
hells.
and nothing's popping up on it. Like it just like a thing pops up and there's nothing in it.
I may need to do a thing. 1 second. Where did that go? Oh, there it goes.
Ooh.
Because trust me, I will be reading this.
I probably need to do.
I will find an armor smith if there is
Okay.
one.
Cool. Yeah. That's easily done.
I ask him to stick some studs on my current leather armor to make it studded leather armor.
Smart. Very smart. Yeah, that's easily done for, I mean, you're kind of given the run of the place because you did donate 5 books, so that's
You're
just,
welcome.
yeah.
Hey,
You're good. Cool.
I most definitely want to check out Janir's temple as well as Ogman's. And leave
You can
offerings.
easily do that. You're able to share knowledge, and they're pretty excited to have such a devotee to Ogma join them. So that's cool. Rivik, anything in particular that you want to do?
No.
No. Okay.
Had to think
Cool.
about it, but no, there's nothing special I need to do here.
All right. Cool. So Rayland, you and Vendetta actually, what do you do? Well, like, where do you take her? There's the pub, which is called the Hearth. And yeah. What?
Okay. In a city that big and amazing, there's one pub. Okay, got it. So I take her.
No, this isn't a city. This is literally like a fort. So it's not huge.
Oh, that picture made it look pretty.
It's big,
plastic.
but it's not
It's
that
just
big.
a bunch of libraries. It's really,
Yeah.
literally, like,
Okay.
Danir is essentially what Metatron was for God. But in this case, Danir is, like, the scribe for Ogman. Like, it's just a shit ton of libraries everywhere.
It's libraries, dormitories, laboratories, and a single pub to facilitate them all.
Okay.
It's literally where Midnight would be at home.
I am not going to be able to let all of the people at home see this handout. There's just way too much here. But
What's that? Which one?
the 9 Hells one you sent out.
Oh, they don't
There
need
it
to see.
is.
But
It's
there is information there, everybody. It's pretty cool.
You as the player should read it.
So I'll go back and read it for sure. So Raylan ultimately kind of give you an overview of the plan, and we can kind of skip through it. Essentially, I want to take Vendetta to the pub. We'll order food and some drinks, and I will take Kethra's advice and ask, maybe we should get out of the pub and we should eat outside and watch the beauty of a Monitor's day slip away as the sun sets.
She's like, oh, that's pretty eloquent. Wow. For you. Nice. Did Kethra tell you to say that?
Yes.
So the pub has a low ceiling supported by massive wooden crossbeams and narrow shuttered windows. A large fire put in the middle of the room is surrounded by half a dozen tables and matching benches. And it's a pub. It's an eatery. It's an inn. The only thing that really stands out is there is an ogre in the corner, just sitting by the fire in a big old chair reading a book.
An ogre in a chair reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good day.
So you sit down, you're at a long table, you're kind of sitting next to some people that are minding their own business. You're minding your own business, and Vendetta leans over. She's like, what do you think that thing's story is?
I'll lean back in. My great-great-grandfather was part of a ogre raiding party, but they attacked a shipment of books. And ever since then, we have only been after books, and we read all day and all night by the fire.
She kind of laughs. She's like, no, really, I wonder what his story is.
Do you want to go ask him?
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
She kind of saunters over and she's like, hi, what's your thing? What's your deal?
What's up with you?
And so the ogre introduces himself as the little one. And
obviously.
Vendetta kind of goes back and forth and asks him a bunch of questions. And he basically tells a story of a few years ago. This ogre was like others of his kind, brutish and cruel. And he met a halfling adventurer wearing the shiny gold headband and killed the puny runt for it. When the ogre attuned to it, the headband grew in size, allowing him to don it. And as a genius now, the ogre felt compelled to learn the error of his ways and seek out a better life. And he adopted the name Little One to honor the poor halfling fellow whose life he cut short. And shunned by polite society, Little One came to Candlekeep, hoping to learn as much as he can. He's quite popular, he says, with the fixture in the fortress, and as a popular fixture in the fortress. And the monks are always saying hello to him and recommending new books for him to read, and he kind of enjoys that.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Except for the whole
thank you.
Dead gnome/halfling.
Oh, gratefully regret it. It's a terrible. I will never atone truly for it.
But you're trying, and that's what's important. You've been given a chance and an opportunity, and you're taking it.
You also notice that the book he's reading is called The Summa Theology by Saint Vethra, a servant of Ogma, god of knowledge. You're not there, Midnight.
I know.
How do you...
She just like she just hears it in the distance. You just hear someone screaming.
It just
Little
cuts,
cat ears perk up.
cuts to
and kinda
Midnight, and she like looks behind her.
She sneezes. Someone's talking. Oh my god.
Little One, how are you liking that book?
It's very dry.
And full of information and data and thoughts?
Very much so. In a way that...
No flashiness
almost,
or
no,
pontification?
Almost... No. Always kind of slightly unpleasant to read.
Would you be willing to
part
part
with it? But I read
with
it nonetheless. Maybe? Why?
I know someone who I think would rather enjoy its dryness.
Vedetta's sort of jealous at first, but then she realized you're just kind of a nice guy. And she kind of thinks this is really sweet. And he's like, I mean, if you had a book for me to trade, I could trade you for it.
Raylan checks his back pocket, and there's a How to Flirt book that Midnight stuffed back there.
That is true. That is in your pocket.
That is in my pocket?
That is in your pocket.
All right, if it's canon, then I will pull out the How to Flirt for Dummies.
Okay.
I don't know how this got here. This work?
Kind of looks at it. He's like, interesting. Fair trade. All right.
Yeah.
And he hands you the book.
Okay. Thank you.
He's like, were you using this, by the way?
Yes.
He looks at Vendetta like, you're in for some real trouble there, Missy. Yeah. So yeah, you're good.
I'll give the book to Vendetta. Like,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to give this to Midnight as a gift?
Sure. That would be cool. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Right. Cool. So, kind of tired. I think I'm gonna turn in.
Oh, okay.
Join her.
Night.
No, you should join her.
Bye.
Join her for a nightcap.
See you tomorrow.
Moron.
Okay.
We're going to hell.
Yeah. I'll see you in hell.
Funny guy. I dig it.
Awkward goodbye. Because Raylan doesn't know what's going on.
She just invited you to have sex, and you just told her no.
That's
on.
not true.
Hold on.
Did she?
Hold on.
Hold on.
He didn't invite it, but she didn't invite it, but he also didn't do what he could have done. So, I've got to hear somewhere, Steve.
Oh, no.
Is this it?
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, is it the?
Yep.
Yes, Raylan misses the obvious opportunity to possibly go to bed with Vendetta because
No,
he's kind of a
Clay is
dum-dum. But that's okay.
I mean, is it okay? What if she dies during your adventure?
We had a very lovely evening together.
You did. You spent it, together.
Yeah.
But it wasn't together.
Tyler, you killed Seasong with that sound effect. Congratulations.
Cool. So, is there anything anybody wants to do while you stay in Candlekeep, or are you just ready to go at this point?
We don't have to die. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, obviously, Midnight does go to the temples, and she has her own date with Ogman at the actual
yes,
temple.
your date with your god. Yeah,
Yes.
that happens.
Yeah, like she sets up a picnic and everything, like on the patio, like the balcony, like farther away, but still part of the temple. And
Right,
totally,
right.
like, it's a statue of him that's nearby, and she's just like talking to it, like it's actually there, and leaving a whole bunch of offerings, and just like pausing, like he's actually replying.
Nobody
things
has
going on.
worshipped Ogma in the way that you have. You are his most devout, truly.
She plans on marrying him in the afterlife.
That is true. You do. So, that's never happened before. So, yeah.
She just loves him so much.
Anything else anybody wants to do at this point? Any
Nothing
final...
nothing that needs to be done.
Okay.
But as she goes to sleep, Kethra opens her tome of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully there's like whatever we're staying at, hopefully there's some type of mirror or something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She looks in the mirror, and with her eye, she looks directly into her broken, like, weird...
Oh, yeah. The messed up eye.
And as if speaking to herself, but speaking to the eye, she says that our path is almost there. I'm on the way to hell, as you have instructed.
Oh, yes.
And
that's where we'll leave it till next time.
Oh, damn.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool.
I made my own cliffhanger.
That's awesome.
Cool. So yeah, you guys managed to make your way down, defeated some assailants, and picked up another NPC. And yeah, everyone vote for your favorite player tonight. Whomever you vote for will get a cumulative +1 to all the rolls and damage next week. So, Dwayne, who do you vote for?
I gotta go with Steve.
Oh, Steve. Raylan gets a point.
Thank you.
Rayland, who do you vote for?
Man, tonight was really good because everyone kind of played off of the stuff that was going on, and I loved the scene where Raylan asked every single one what they thought about the shield thing, and everyone had really great answers that fit their character. But I'm going to go Kethra with the great idea about the date and really leaning into Raylan's dumb side plot this episode.
By the way, in it's sort of like after the credits, the little stinger is Raylan sitting standing over, looking over the sea. And he's like, "Damn it, that's what I should have said."
Yes.
Tyler, who do you vote for?
Midnight
Midnight? Nice.
for the books.
The books? Oh,
Aw.
yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that was
Like,
good.
the
Being
game
a nerd
has,
was helpful.
like, I remember this from when I played Baldur's Gate. Like, you start in Candlekeep and you can't go back until the game just decides to give you a book and the plot takes you there. So, like, that's actually in this. And
Yeah, I had the book ready until that happened.
yeah, you had
She
the
gets
book.
that point.
Kethra has like 3 spell books that would have worked. And
Yeah, I
then
was gonna
as soon
give
as I
them
said
one.
it, yeah, as soon as Midnight said it, I was like, "Oh shit! Wow, we just made up our own way. Cool." So yeah,
I mean, it's technically canon since session 1. She has been documenting everything.
and you know what? You can have a point from me for that because that
Aw.
was really cool. And who do you vote for?
I am actually going to vote for Rivik just because of how he just treats the shield like absolute trash. Like, shut the fuck up. No one cares about you. Okay, what were you saying? Like, he just... he doesn't care. Like, he knows the
Nice.
shield is there. He knows the shield's actually insanely powerful. But he just treats this thing as the most inferior thing ever.
Nice.
It's gonna be the best
It's-
too if Raylan refuses to use it and just drag it around forever in that bag.
So,
Oh, what's that?
Sorry, I was going to say, I think between episodes, Raylan would definitely try to commune with a Monitor as best as he can. There's no power to speak directly to a god at level 6, but
Oh no, I will actually tell you. Like, a Monitor doesn't care.
doesn't
Like,
care.
It is a tool to the ends of his glory. So
Okay,
yeah.
then next episode, if this was a TV show, the following week, not having covered that scene,
this technically is a TV show. So yeah,
right. Oh, I guess so, yeah. But Raylan would definitely walk in on the first time he was on camera with that shield instead of the one he's been using.
Dope. I dig it.
Yeah.
So, like,
No,
off
no
screen,
one,
he just,
no
like-
one realizes it until like, scene 3, and we're like, "Oh,
Oh,
did you talk with the Monitor?" Oh, and then we go back into the back. Oh yeah, I had this like huge conversation with him. We talked for like 3 hours.
it's great.
I prayed. I think he talked back to me. I prayed
Maybe not. Could have been the
more.
wind.
Yeah.
The walls were thin in that apartment. It could have been the next door neighbor. But
The sun was
And then-
setting, and then like for a real quick second, it came back up, and then it went back down.
which I mean, that's a yes, right? Like,
Yeah, totally.
And then Midnight,
Right.
it's like, you don't have meaningful conversations like I do.
Awesome being excellent to each other, players. As always, you can find us on social medias at Vorpal Tales. You can find
got
me.
Dwayne.
No, I did not. Dwayne voted first, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
mean, you forgot Steve, unless Steve voted and I missed it.
Oh, did Steve vote?
Steve.
I
Yeah,
voted
Steve
for
voted.
Kethra.
Yeah, I voted for Kethra, and then you voted.
We all
For
voted.
thing.
Everyone got one.
Yeah, everybody got
Oh,
one.
okay. I must have missed Steve.
It's easy to forget, Steve. We
Aw.
always
Yeah,
do.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, you can find me at Spacelord PJs, or you can always find us on the social medias at Vorpal Tales. You can find me at Spacelord PJs, Spacelord Dramas. I also have my doodle website at cartoon.ninja. I have failed. I was supposed to draw stuff for our games this week, and I've been exhausted and I haven't had a chance, so I'll get that tomorrow.
For
Um,
shame.
Yeah, kill me. Everyone, plug your probables. What's your Twitter, Instagram, whatever is? Where can people find you? Dwayne?
Dwayne can be found on the internet at Made of Kimchi, and I will be here every Thursday playing Kethra, the awesome person that she is, and I will be here also tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Sounds right? Yeah,
8 o'clock?
sure.
8 or
Yeah,
8:30?
8.
Hey,
for Capes of Valor with Steve. And I think
Steve, where can people find you?
people can find me here, right now, in this moment. They can also find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and they can find me tomorrow running issue 1 trade. Okay, is this issue 1 trade 3 or issue 1 trade 1 of the new Capes of Valor? Because it's a relaunch title, right?
Did they relaunch it? Oh,
yeah,
did they
it's
relaunch
like New
the title?
Avengers, but not. Can we say that? I don't think we can say that.
We changed the name of the comic, so.
Oh, we did change the name of the comic.
What is it now?
I'd have to open it up and look at the notes.
Yeah, I'd have to look at my notes, which I don't have open during your game.
Anyway, tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m., and our normal Friday crew will be here, along with a new player who you'll meet tomorrow for the first time. Very excited to introduce them. Okay. And yes, we will be playing Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition for some superhero awesomeness. See you then.
Cool. Tyler.
I'm Eldritch Echoes on the internet, and I'm here every time this channel does anything. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Come see us next Wednesday at 9 p.m. for They Came From Beyond the Grave, a new game that's just going to be entering Kickstarter next week.
Ooh, awesome. And Tiffany, where can people find you?
You can find me here every Thursday and Friday. 88 on Twitter. I post a lot of really weird things. Yeah, but that's just par for the course. I mean, I'm weird. I've got pink hair. I'm the own protagonist for my own anime. I mean, come on.
There you go.
Just get over
it.
Dwayne, you got that native kimchi swag going yet? Like, do you have a website where we can get that?
No, no, not yet.
Boo.
I'm actually in the process of making my own. Like, you guys have cool, avatars for your brand, the Voodoo Arcade, Space Lord PJs. I'm actually in the process of making me a maid of kimchi.
Nice.
I don't have anything fancy.
Probably be some kind of like chibi popping out of a head of cabbage, something like that.
That'd be adorable.
Nice.
A little chibi Dwayne just popping out of like cabbage, covered in spiciness.
Mm.
I like it.
Well, Snicker Snacks, you don't have to go home, but you can't keep playing this game tonight. Do not forget that we'll be moving to Thursday nights next week. Well, we moved this week. We're going to be on Thursday next week.
Sean kept in a line from last week's script.
I was tired. Fuck all of you. Remember to slap that like and subscribe, and for the love of the dice, game on.
Bye.
Bye.